How does a hip-hop legend worth $1 billion end up facing life in prison? Sean Combs, known as P. Diddy, Puff Daddy, or just Diddy, is on trial for jaw-dropping charges, racketeering, commercial sexual exploitation, and running what prosecutors call a criminal empire. From explosive witness testimonies to bizarre evidence like 1,000 bottles of baby oil, this case has the world glued to every update. But with rumors and misinformation swirling, let's break down what's really happening, step by step, in a story that's as gripping as it is chilling. Diddy's name once meant power. In the 90s, he launched Bad Boy Records, signing legends like Notorious B.I.G. and reshaping hip-hop. His hustle didn't stop there. Fashion, TV, and a vodka brand pushed his net worth to an estimated $1 billion. He was untouchable, a mogul who partied with A-listers and called the shots in music. But whispers followed him. Rumors of shady deals, violent feuds, and even wilder claims, like involvement in Tupac's death, hovered for years, though nothing stuck. That is, until one woman spoke up, and everything changed. In November 2023, Cassie Ventura, Diddy's ex-girlfriend and a singer signed to his label, dropped a bombshell lawsuit. She claimed their decade-long relationship was a nightmare of control and abuse. Cassie alleged Diddy beat her, forced her to take drugs, and made her sleep with male escorts while he filmed, calling these encounters freak-offs. He controlled her career, her apartment, even her medical records, threatening to ruin her if she didn't obey. The lawsuit settled quickly, reportedly with a hefty payout, but it was too late. Cassie's story unleashed a tidal wave of lawsuits against Diddy, accusing him of everything from abuse to assault. The public turned on him, but legally, he was still standing. That wouldn't last long. By March 2024, the feds were circling. Homeland Security raided Diddy's mansions in Los Angeles and Miami, hauling out boxes of evidence. They found drugs, 2 AR-15s with scratched-off serial numbers, a loaded handgun, and, strangest of all, over 1,000 bottles of baby oil and lubricant. Then, CNN dropped a bombshell. 2016 hotel footage showing Diddy chasing Cassie down a hallway, throwing her to the ground, and kicking her. The video was damning, forcing Diddy to post an apology online, admitting he'd hit rock bottom and vowing to be better. But the raids and footage were just the start. Something bigger was coming. In September 2024, Diddy's world collapsed. He was arrested in New York and hit with a federal indictment that read like a crime novel. Prosecutors charged him with racketeering conspiracy, commercial exploitation through coercion, and unlawful transportation for illicit activities. They claimed Diddy ran a criminal enterprise through his businesses, Bad Boy Records, his clothing line, and more, to carry out years of misconduct. The indictment described so-called freak-offs, multi-day parties fueled by substances, where Diddy allegedly pressured individuals into inappropriate encounters, using intimidation and implied threats to keep them compliant. From 2009 onward, he's accused of mistreating women by physical force, dragging, and throwing objects, actions reportedly covered up by employees. The charges carry life in prison, and the trial, now underway, is laying it all bare. Cassie Ventura is the prosecution's star witness, and her testimony is gut-wrenching. She told the court that after signing with Bad Boy, she and Diddy dated on and off for over a decade. At first, it seemed normal, but soon he turned violent. He'd threaten her career if she disobeyed, beat her regularly, and forced her into freak-offs with male escorts while he watched. She described one 2016 incident, caught on that hotel footage where Diddy threw her down, kicked her, and tried to drag her back to their room. Others back her up. A hotel security guard, Israel Flores, testified he saw Diddy with a devilish stare after an assault and was offered a bribe to stay quiet. Don Richard, from Diddy's group Danity Kane, recalled Diddy swinging a skillet at Cassie over breakfast, furious about his eggs. A male escort, Daniel Phillips, said he was paid to sleep with Cassie while Diddy watched, but also saw Diddy throw a bottle at her and drag her by her hair. The stories pile up, painting a picture of relentless control. But Cassie's not the only one with a tale to tell. One of the trial's wildest claims involves Kid Cudi. Back in the early 2010s, during a break from Diddy, Cassie briefly dated Cudi, and Diddy wasn't happy. Cudi testified that in December 2011, Diddy's assistant called to say Diddy was in Cudi's house. When Cudi got home, things were out of place. His dog locked in the bathroom, gifts tampered with. A month later, Cudi's car went up in flames, torched by a Molotov cocktail. He's convinced Diddy was behind it, and others agree. An L.A. police officer saw a black Escalade, registered to Diddy's company, speed away from the scene. Capricorn Clark, Diddy's former assistant, dropped a bombshell. She claims Diddy kidnapped her at gunpoint to go to Cudi's house, planning to kill him over Cassie. After a car chase, Diddy threatened to kill her if she talked. Weeks later, she saw him beat Cassie, just before Cudi's car was firebombed. The stories align, and the internet's buzzing with this Marvel villain-level drama. But there's more. A parade of witnesses has taken the stand, each adding to the case. David James, another ex-assistant, described a cult-like atmosphere at Bad Boy, where employees served Diddy's every whim. He quit after driving Diddy, armed with guns, to confront rival Suge Knight. A Beverly Hills hotel manager, Frederick Zamore, said Diddy's freak-offs left rooms trashed with candle wax and oil, requiring deep cleanings. Capricorn Clark recounted being held captive for 5 days, subjected to lie detector tests over missing jewelry, and threatened with death. A makeup artist, a stylist, even Cassie's mom testified, showing photos of Cassie's injuries and describing Diddy's threats to release compromising tapes. A psychologist explained why Cassie stayed so long, trapped by fear and control. The prosecution's case is a mountain of corroboration, and it's hard to see a way out for Diddy. Diddy's defense, led by viral lawyer Brian Steele, is fighting an uphill battle. They claim everything was consensual, pointing to flirty texts from Cassie, like one saying she was ready to freak off. Cassie pushed back, saying those didn't mean freak-offs, as prosecutors describe. The defense also argues Cassie was violent too, citing mutual fights, and questions why witnesses like Capricorn kept working for Diddy if he was so abusive. They downplay the evidence. Baby oil's not illegal, they say, and the guns were inoperable. But with so many witnesses and physical evidence like drugs and firearms, their arguments feel thin. The trial's halfway done, and the prosecution's momentum is fierce. One big question looms: will Diddy take the stand? This trial is a reckoning. From Cassie's courage to Kid Cudi's car going up in flames, the stories are as shocking as they are consistent. Prosecutors have laid out a chilling case of a mogul who allegedly used his empire to abuse and control. Diddy's defense is scrambling, and the world's watching to see if he'll testify or if his legacy will burn. What do you think? Can Diddy turn this around, or is his empire doomed? Drop your thoughts below, hit subscribe for updates, and check out my deep dive on Diddy's lawsuits for more. Thanks for watching, and I'll catch you next time.